this may be the most difficult fight in potentially this entire mission coming up right here. And as I was saying, this mission as a whole, not exactly all that easy to begin with. So, let's see. In that case, why don't we bypass it now? Start. Oh, these are all different. What they're actually all different. Even with a very slow start, that is still sufficient to break through. Compare that to the hacking ones, and... Okay, so, here's the thing. This is going to be a very difficult encounter. A very difficult encounter. There are technically, or there's specifically one particular way to cheese this encounter a bit. And, that's not really what I'd like to have to resort to doing, but it is technically an option. So, let's see. If we keep our eyes peeled here, I think it is definitely far easier to do this if you have a sniper rifle, but I believe that the cheesy way is that there are technically some enemies that are, I believe, visible even from here where we currently are standing. Again, ideally you'd have the sniper rifle to zoom in further, and you can, well, if you're patient, just shoot at them from here and ideally just take them out altogether. And that may not necessarily get rid of everybody, although there's actually a chance that you can, in fact, do this really glitchy thing where you just completely avoid a fight altogether by doing that. But as I was saying, I think we tried not to go that route, so let's jump in here and just be careful. So that, right there, that is the enemy that we can kind of sort of see. So, like, if we were to do that, I'm not even sure if we... Well, we have enough spread in our shotgun that I don't really think it's feasible. Heavy pistol, though, I think is capable of hitting. And if you can't tell what this is, that is the, that's the bulbous sack we were talking about at the back of the Scions. So, you know, like, I'm not actually gonna take it out in full here, I don't think, but oh, sure, we'll get a couple free shots in. Sure, why not? We'll make life a little bit easier for ourselves, but in the interest of not completely cheesing it, just, you know, make life a little bit easier for ourselves. And then can we maybe just quickly grab ammo again here, because we did spend a little bit in doing that, and I think there was some back up here. And so this is a good case of time when I think this upcoming fight is going to be one where we're going to want to try to be patient and not rush ourselves too much. So, like, yeah, the safe approach would definitely be to try to just snipe that Scion there with the heavy pistol, but in the interest of trying to do this the right way, let's jump in. And let's take a look, lay of the land here in terms of where we'd like to be. I'm thinking we may want to go over to, I think, sort of the left side here might be a good spot for us to take cover a bit. I mean, there's a large area here, of course, but let's try going over to this side, and we should probably switch over back to our shotgun. And now we can hear some people coming. Okay, so that's a husk. A dead husk. But here are more husks. And we want to try to get rid of these husks as quickly as possible before they can actually advance on us and become an issue. Once again, that hit cover. Problem is, there's a Scion there.
Now you see me.
That is going to try to cause problems. Because this is a really nasty combo of, actually, I think there are two Scions there in the middle. And then, so they'll they'll attack us from range with those shockwave-like attacks that I believe can actually go through cover, as we were starting to see there. And then the husks that will rush us down. So just a really nasty, good synergy team that they have. Okay, and these guys are not good. There's the big shockwave attack that did still hit us. Okay, let's pull you as well. Ooh, that still hit me. Okay, we need to get our shields back, so let's actually charge one of these guys to do that. And I may even do it again. I think we've got, yep, another shockwave incoming. It has such a huge area of effect. We are about to die. Like, this is gonna kill us. Unless we can charge right now. Get our shields back. Oh, boy. So, yeah, like I was saying, really tough fight. Really, really tough fight. And, we did, at least initially, weather off the husks, and now we're just talking about the scions. They are slow. That is definitely one benefit that we have, but their ability to hit us through cover does make them very difficult to deal with. Like this! And there we just got shockwave by one immediately after the other. So that's why this one is tough. Just one of the reasons why this one is tough. We might have picked a bad corner to set up in. I thought that was where the husks, I thought the husks were going to spawn on the opposite side. I mean, it kind of came from some of them, that area that we were hiding near, and another set of them came from the far side. So, I mean, ideally what we'd like to do is be as far away from those scions as possible so that they can't even hit us, even if they can have their abilities go through cover, and then take out the husks, as we eventually did end up doing, and then just run around and try to pepper the scions from range so they can't actually hit us. But yeah, I was surprised. I did not realize just how much area of effect their shockwave attack had. I mean, every time I saw it coming, I was trying to run in the opposite direction, or at least, you know, like run sideways so that it wouldn't hit us. And every time it still hit us because it was that big of an AoE. So one of the only ways I was actually able to avoid taking the damage was by charging, which kind of works. But I don't know. We'll see. So let's load it in. Let's see. I mean, either one. Looks like it's at basically the start of this fight. Let's see. So as I was saying, in theory, worst comes to worst, if we were feeling really desperate, we could deliberately try to get rid of this scion here. In fact, I didn't really take notice of how much damage one of those scions had taken at the beginning of the fight. But in theory, oh, and this may not have our ammo effect. Oh, it does still have our ammo effect on it, but you know, getting rid of one of the scions at the beginning can make this a lot more straightforward, of course, because as we were seeing, I mean, the way we died was we got hit by one of those shockwaves, followed immediately after by another one. So one of them got rid of our shields, and the other one just killed us afterward. So, I mean, we could just try to destroy them all together here. That is an option. As I said, I mean, I prefer to not just, like, completely rely on this, but we did, of course, try to do it mostly the old-fashioned way before. But, maybe just poke it a little bit more with our heavy pistol this time around might be more of a difference maker. And again, if we're patient enough and we aren't too morally opposed to it, we could just completely rely on that to solve our problems. Because what the real way to cheese it is, if you have a sniper, then I believe you can actually hit both of those scions from this room. And if you do that, then I think they actually don't even trigger the husks, or at least there's a chance you might avoid triggering the husks. And obviously, that means you've basically gotten rid of all the enemies. So, congratulations, you just made the what would have been perhaps the most difficult fight into a non-fight. So, that's the super cheese. That's the super cheese. But yeah, I couldn't really tell how much damage we actually did do to one of the scions at the beginning It wasn't obvious that one of them was significantly damaged at the beginning anyway, but I wasn't exactly focusing too much on the Scions. I was trying to take out the Husks first. This is also just not hitting very often. We're going to eventually run out of ammo on this thing. Maybe that'll be our cue to engage in the actual fight. Okay, yes, that's no more heavy pistol ammo. I mean, potentially be a weapon that we would have liked to have had, at least as an option, but of course, shotgun is our primary method of taking people out. So, what would we like to do differently this time? So, what I was saying was, I thought this was going to be a good place for us to try to basically buy ourselves as much time as possible to take down the Husks coming from that side, but there were some that seemingly spawned right on top of us, so that was not good. So we could try going down this side instead, although I'm not entirely sure that's going to be much better. Give it a go, I suppose. Let's see. I think this might be a case when having Garrus on the assault rifle might be a little bit better, at least certainly against the Husks. Not sure you're really going to be able to snipe them. Alright, let's try it. Okay, so there are the Scions.
Heavy weapon.
That's another potential solution. Garrus just said heavy weapons. We could go that route. Alright, well, tell you what, Garrus. In theory, might actually be able to take out some of these Husks at the beginning. Alright, so they don't have any armor, which means we can pull them, take them out. Okay, we have some right on top of us, which is not cool. Kasumi is dead, also, fun fact. Let's charge them. Temporarily disable them. There's a shockwave that fortunately did not quite hit us. Thank you, Garrus. There are more Husks over here, fun fact. We definitely need to bring Kasumi back. This is too difficult of an encounter not to have one of our squad mates. Let's see, that Scion is basically on full HP, so I don't think that's the one we were poking with our heavy pistol. I'm trying to see this one over there near Garrus, perhaps? It might be the one that's alive, or rather the one that we actually did do some damage to. So, like, if we could get Kasumi to Shadow Strike the one that has been damaged and take it out, that could be a nice answer. I think we want to be more mobile with this one now, though, and not just hang out in this corner the whole time, because that was one thing. Is the Scions may be slow, but they do move in. And, at least initially, we were actually out of range of them, but, that won't always be the case if we stay in the same corner for the whole time. I did hit the one that was closest to us. Okay, good. Should take care of you. Okay, then these bits of cover, I think, are going to slow down our Husks significantly. Now they're going to try to go around, and they're not going to be very good at that. I just totally whiffed. Both of our squad mates are dead, fun fact. So yeah, I think, as I was saying, this is one of those occasions where, we need all the unity we can get. It's necessary. Alright, Kasumi, you are surrounded by Husks. That may be why you died. So, why don't you Shadow Strike this one that is currently chasing us? And I may deliberately go this way. Double back a little bit. Ooh, that fortunately did not hit us. Okay, really anything should take this guy out. Even a non-charged up attack. Okay. Got this Husk, but are you serious? Kasumi and Garrus. How many times do I have to revive you? I think it's still worth it. Okay, if you could... Let's see. Can we get a look on the Scions now? No, not really.
Now you see me.
That one's coming our way. That's the one that's damaged. This is the one that, if we can start shadow striking them, I'd love to do so. This is one of the other reasons why bringing Garrus is not super effective. As you can see here, Overload doesn't really work against armor, nor does Concussive Shot. So this is why Garrus not really helping us out in a mission such as this. We can kind of sort of Flashbang Grenade. It doesn't have nearly as great of an effect against the Scions as it does against, say, Harbinger. Okay, now I think it is just these Scions, though. Oh, did we just run out of ammo on our shotgun? We did. That's not good. Conveniently placed power cells. Ow. That hurts, though. Did not get rid of all of our shields, though, which is actually quite good. Okay, let's try the Flashbang Grenade. Okay, now our shields are down. Now we basically do need to charge whenever we next get the chance, otherwise we are going to die. Once again, three shockwaves right in a row. One got ourselves down to half shields, another got rid of our shields and got us down to like half HP, and then got another one immediately afterward. Yeah, Scions are strong, as it turns out. Okay. So, I mean, we can choose to go the super cheese route if we would like. We kind of sort of started to do it, or at least we did a pseudo cheese last time, but I mean, the other thing is that we didn't really use our heavy ammo at all, and that's something that we really should be using for this encounter. This is definitely one of those situations where it is particularly helpful. Other thing you can do when you're trying to snipe this guy from here is deliberately wait for him to breathe and kind of see how he's moving, and you have a much better chance of actually hitting him when he breathes out and makes his back more exposed. Like that. So we definitely had shot him a lot last time. Oh, that would miss. But we didn't necessarily hit with every shot, so we probably missed some opportunities to deal a little bit more damage. So I might just outright try to remove this Scion here, because that would definitely make a pretty huge difference, I think. That's why I'm insisting on relocating our sight when clearly we are hitting it. There's nothing wrong with this. Okay, but now, are we out of ammo? We are out of ammo. Okay, I don't think we have the accuracy with any other weapon to hit the Scion from this range, so yeah, let's load back up on ammo. And, so I think, you know, the super cheese is getting rid of both the Scions, because then, as I said, I think the husks actually won't even trigger at all. So that we probably won't do, because I'm not even sure if we can see the second Scion if we don't have a sniper. So, but honestly, just getting rid of one of them be such a huge difference maker, because as we were saying before, every time we have died, it has been because of chain shockwaves. So if there's only one of the Scions, then of course that means there's much less risk of having shockwave after shockwave hit us. So that, I would think, would help a lot. Oh, this is still the wrong weapon, although we actually were able to hit it. Wow. Hold on. Big. Okay, I'm not convinced. Some of these are hitting it. Not all of them, though. And it is not... SMGs are not supposed to be the kind of, weapon that you use against armor. There's actually a better angle. Definitely be hitting it more like this. Actually not horrendous in this case, perhaps. But yeah, even if we are hitting it just as much, it has a worse multiplier, if you will, against armor compared to the heavy pistol. And now we're just like barely hitting it at all. Alright, let's switch back to the heavy pistol. We actually did run out of ammo on the shotgun. That one missed. That one also missed. Wow. That one also missed? Excuse me? Alright, actually wait for it to breathe out. need one more shot. Okay. See if this is enough. It is not. Let's see if we can grab more ammo back here somewhere. Hopefully. I mean, at this point, in theory, one would assume that the Scion we've been poking at is pretty significantly damaged. But then again, not exactly seeing ammo cartridges flying around all over the place. So we may not have much of a choice here, but to press on now. Because I don't know if I see any at all. Unless there's some hiding in here. Or around this corner we were talking about previously. Didn't get that. Now, those were the power cells, which actually would have restocked our ammo. So that, that could have been a case to be made for deliberately saving them. Alright, well, I'm afraid this is gonna have to do. I think besides poking the Scion preemptively, a little bit more aggressively this time, what we're gonna need to do this time, or what we can do this time to further improve, is, using our heavy weapon more aggressively. So we basically didn't use it. We did not use it at all in our, previous attempts. So we can change that. So that is probably something we can do against the Husks in particular. And I think that, I did like going down this side, although we maybe didn't take out the Husks quite as quickly. That might have just been a general, lack of organization on my part. So here goes nothing. Let's do it. I'm not sure if that really affects the Scions at all, but should definitely affect the Husks, if I could actually hit them, that is. Oh, well, you're dead. If I could hit them. Okay, so this is the problem, is once the Scions get close, then their shock waves hit us a lot and deal a lot of damage. Okay, so this one is almost dead. That much is true. But we're out of shields. So I think we do kind of sort of need to charge, get those shields back, and try to Shadow Strike to get rid of this one as quickly as possible. That is going to hit us, and we're going to need to immediately charge again. That's going to hurt a lot. We need to charge someone here. Oh, there is a Husk directly in front of us. We need to run. Not get into cover. Not get into cover. Garrus is dead. Kasumi is not. Let's Unity. That did not hit us, and that was actually very helpful. We need to get out of here, though. Let's charge and move in the process. Okay, is one of the Scions down? Is it just that one now? If so, that's definitely helpful. And maybe... how much HP does it have? A lot, unfortunately. That should help a lot. As should that. Garrus can hopefully just shatter them now. May just be talking big bad Scion now. Think that the shockwave or the flashbang grenade can sort of make them less effective for a little while, but not long. Let's switch back to I mean, a pistol would actually be the best, but maybe the shotgun charged up. Does seem as though Scion was focused pretty intently on us for a while. Definitely is now. But you guys need to move. Garrus body blocking us nearly got us killed. Okay. It's focusing on our teammates now. Let's Shadow Strike it. It's almost down. Okay.
There it is, the transmitter.
Okay. Looks really simple, but it is really hard because there's this huge open area. So if you're out in the open for a moment, then the Scions, they do have an attack that can, like a big cannon that they can shoot you with. So there's that. And then, obviously, the Husks chasing us just is the perfect complement to the Scion skill set. But before we do activate this here, let's see what else we can pick up in the area, because we do have the power cells, which, especially after using a bunch of heavy weapon ammo on this one, definitely be helpful. And I think that was definitely one of the key differences as well. We, from a Unity standpoint, Metagels, I think we only need to use one to bring back Garrus once, so that was decent in that sense. Another thing you can potentially do is you can hide in one of these trucks and try to take down the Husks from there, and then you can kind of funnel them in that way, but then, I don't know, it was not so much the Husks as much as it was just the, really the Scions, and Husks were just a way of flushing us out of places where we might have preferred to have been. But, let's see, so we got the heavy weapon ammo, 4 clips that are, well, they're spread out. There were times when we could not really find the ammo we needed. Let's see if there's anything else up here. There is a medkit, and we did use a metagel, so that's helpful. Okay. I think that's everything down here. This would be another one of the trucks you could potentially go into. I think there's... one of them might have an ammo clip in it, in which case that's probably the best place to go, but... can we actually go in this building? I wonder if we can. I honestly didn't even look. Don't think we can? Okay, so let's absolutely see. Oh, this one maybe? Practice there. Yeah, this kind of, sort of. I don't know. This is pretty close in the middle. Like, your Scions are starting right there. So they're going to annihilate you if you stay in that area, I would think. But, alright, let's hack the computer. Oh, not another one of these. That's not bad. That's also not bad. And next is it this? It is.
Normandy, do you copy?
Joker here. Signal's weak, Commander, but we got you.
Alright, that's a start. We could use some help with these towers. There's, some pretty nasty collector attacks.
Edie, can you get the colony's defense towers online?
Errors in the calibration software are easily rectified, but it will take time to bring the towers to full power. I recommend a defensive posture. I will not be able to mask the increased generator output.
Oh.
The collectors won't just sit by while we do this.
Right. That's the thing. So we need to buy some time so that we can actually complete this setup.
Got any other helpful tips?
Just one. Enemy reinforcements are closing in. I suggest you ready weapons.
Alright. We have to defend the tower. So, we've investigated the tower, using the transmitter to contact Edie and bring the defense tower online, but we need to survive until the defense tower is complete. So, I think we're going to want to be back in this side, because we already have some friends here, including, as you may have heard, Harbinger. And that is him. Let's flashbang grenade him. Prevent him from doing anything special. And let's see if we can also deal with the other friends, including these Husks. So Harbinger shouldn't be an issue anymore. He's gonna try to move in, but we more or less ignore him. Assuming in the meantime... Okay. That's, despite that looking like Harbinger hitting us, it's actually the Collector that's behind Harbinger. Bad Shepard. Don't do that. Okay, we can kind of flank these guys.
Intervention is necessary.
Can't get there.
We may have killed Harbinger, and he may have possess someone else instead. Yeah, we probably need to not get hit by that, and then potentially disable Harbinger. Yeah, because there's a drone and there's an assassin here. So what's going to happen, I think these are the only two enemies, is if we wait too long, Harbinger would then possess the drone next, because that is the weakest, that's the base enemy. So it's the weakest of the remaining enemies. So he would deliberately take that one rather than taking the assassin. So what we should do here is we should try to get rid of the drone before Harbinger possesses him. And then if Harbinger does want to come back, then at the very least he's replacing a more dangerous assassin. So, let's see. What can we do to disable you guys? I actually don't think Flashbang Grenade can disable their special attack. Oh, there's actually 3 collectors over there, aren't there? Alright, why don't we have... Oh, there's a Guardian as well. I'm not sure if I saw.
Bypassing fail-safes. Attempting emergency power-up. Please hold a defense tower.
Okay, well, there's more coming. Well, that's the assassin. Garrus, can you help me out here? Thank you. So, those were the guys coming from that side. Looks like now there might be more coming from the other side, although there's someone else here. It's a Guardian. Okay. Everyone else is on cooldown. Oh, did he just get possessed? It looked like he was about to get possessed. Then Harbinger might have realized he was in the process of dying. Okay, now Harbinger is possessing this dude. So we would like to disable you immediately. And by immediately, I mean as soon as Kasumi's off cooldown, or we can try to chuck our grenade over there.
Intervention is necessary.
I'm not entirely sure if we hit him or not. Not convinced that we did. Let's get Kasumi's ability out there just in case. So again, he's going to try to move in, but he's not actually going to do anything. So we'd ideally be targeting whatever that other collector is as well, and so Zachus has a large AoE. Poke your head out, I dare you. Oh, fooled me. I'll give it to you. You fooled me. Let's hold them out.
Tip for you.
Tried to do that around the wall, but I did not succeed. We are also out of ammo right now on this weapon, so if we could, like, get greedy for a minute here and nab that. Okay, Harbinger is probably close to
Now you see me.
being able to use his abilities now. But he's dead. Alright, let's see. So, I believe that means we've now taken down 2 of the waves. However, there may still be more. So, in that case, I think this time round, let's shift a little bit over to perhaps this side.
No way is that all. There's gonna be more.
Let's see. And positioning is key here. And looks like there's at least some enemies coming in over there.
Guardian anti-ship battery.
Some over there as well. Let's have... Okay, yeah, Garrus is still on his sniper. I think that is for the best.
Popular today.
You're right about that, Kasumi. So I think what we want to do is try to keep enough distance between us that we have time to take down these husks before collectors over there in the far corner track us down. Gotten rid of at least one of their shields. That should get rid of you. You're almost dead. Oh, well, okay. No pull necessary after all, but... Let's see, you still have armor, and there's more collectors coming in over there. But again, if we can just get rid of the husks first, that'd be great. So, like, might even be worth going with a Shadow Strike here. Alright, and yes, Harbinger is going to be one of those guys. But I think we may be down to just collectors at this point. So that's good. We'd love to get Kasumi's flashbang grenade back before we engage.
I know you feel this.
Oh, Kasumi! Bad timing. Okay, Gonna bring her back. I was about to use her ability on Harbinger. And you can start to see some of the abilities that Harbinger has there. Should be disabled now, I'm pretty sure. She was able to hit with that ability.
Firing a high impact shot.
That means the enemies behind Harbinger are actually more important to get rid of than Harbinger themselves.
Harbinger of your destiny.
And yeah, Harbinger will continue to smack talk, though. That's kind of just what Harbinger does. So, maybe a little flashbang grenade just to keep it safe. There we go. That is enough to get rid of Harbinger, which I didn't really want to do, but everyone else was hiding in cover. So let's see. We've got an Assassin. We've got a Guardian. So those are two higher level enemies. Assassin more dangerous offensively than the Guardian. Guardian a little bit more defensive. Let's see. Why don't we try Shadow Striking the Guardian and see. Oh, there's more though. Ooh, this guy's coming in for the flank. I don't like that. That's an assassin. That guy's dangerous. Okay, 60% you say? We kind of need some time to get those shields back. Kasumi, you're in a terrible spot. You got no cover. Like, no cover at all. You might die here. And by that I mean you are almost certainly going to die here. And you definitely just died. I mean, it might have been better if we brought her back over here. She's struggling a bit, it seems. Let's see. How many Magels do we have remaining? I think it's worth it. Let's see, now we've got this Guardian, who I think... Oh, might just be able to Shadow Strike around you. Oh, we are running out of ammo on our shotgun as well. Trying to reload is like, no, you can't do that. I think that might be the last enemy. Might be gone now.
Get ready.
More soon, you say? Uh-oh. That's not good.
Hey, gotta be
I think
more
we
soon.
want to be close to where we were previously, but also if we could, like... Oh, hold on. Hold on! We're not done yet. Because, see, here's the thing. Remember when I said Harbinger was only one of the difficult enemies that the collectors bring? Yeah, so, not even the strongest. This is the strongest.
We need that system online. A new one. Whatever it is, don't get no shields.
So this is a Praetorian.
Guardian anti-ship batteries at 100%. I have control.
My attack was ineffective.
So, this Praetorian does a few things. It flies around and shoots laser beams out of its eyes, which is what we were seeing it do before. Once we get rid of its barriers, it will then slam down and use a melee attack, which is extremely powerful. So we need to make sure that we, and by extremely powerful, I mean it's going to kill you. So, need to keep our distance, very importantly. Also, it tends to focus pretty directly on us. Usually. I was gonna say, I'm surprised that it is not doing that right now.
Firing anti-ship batteries at collector vessel.
So this is usually a case of having our teammates do any and everything they can to slow this thing down while we are just running. Okay, it's almost got its barriers down. It does now, so it should be doing a slam. Oh, it's not, though. Except it's not. This surprises me. Oh, now we need to do damage to its armor. My bad. I was mistaken. Come on, team. Okay, so that's the slam. Gives us a little bit of time to either run and try to find some ammo, or just, get some distance between us and that dude. But I think, again, this is a good time to, yes, use Unity. It's worth doing. It's kind of a difficult encounter, if you know what I mean. Okay, then Carnifex may actually be the best answer to get rid of the shields. Oh no, or rather the armor, but it's back on shields. Every time it does its slam, it will get its shields back. Notably. And usually it won't be able to hit our friends, because it's going to focus pretty intently on us.
Collector vessel is taking damage.
But, not always the case.
My attack was ineffective.
Oh. And when it slams like that, it becomes invulnerable for a little bit. And that's why you heard Garrus saying his attack was ineffective. Kasumi is just like, she keeps on getting hit by the slams, I think. She's been very unlucky in that sense, but it does also mean that we're blowing through metashells very rapidly. That might have still been invulnerable. Now I don't think it is anymore. Ooh. Lost sight of it a bit. Okay, it's getting kind of close. We gotta run. Kasumi is dead again? Kasumi! Are you serious? Alright, we very much, since we're not doing much in the way of damage here, we are mostly just trying to kite this thing
This should slow him down.
while our friends do the damage. So it's kind of important that our friends are up to do that. We need to get to the other side. Ooh. I'm taking a bit of a bad angle there.
My attack was ineffective.
Alright, it just did its slam, and I think Kasumi did not die from the slam that time, knock on wood. It's like, the best thing to do might even be to have, like, Kasumi and Garrus just kind of, like, hide in the corner somewhere. Garrus died that time. Garrus was the one who kept on living that whole time. That's not good. Alright, well, Kasumi, you should probably be focusing on the shields damage, because again, it recharges its shields every time it does that. That's our last unity. This is a bad place to be right now. Need to run. So yeah, this is basically just ring around Rosie here, of course. Because we just need to make sure that we don't get hit. Also, Shepard can't run. Now Shepard can run. Okay, making me a little nervous there. I was like, we kind of need that. Okay.
Please protect the defense tower from collector ground forces.
We're working on it, Edie. We're working on it.
Firing a high impact shot.
Running. Where'd it go? What's over there? Okay, it's right in the middle. Does make it kind of hard to gauge which direction we should go in. Not even been looking at its HP all that much. Can't really see it all that easily.
Concussive shot. Ready.
Like to believe it's, yep, on armor now. Means Carnifex is the way to go. Oh, Kasumi walked straight into that attack. Kasumi is definitely dead. Kasumi is not dead? Question mark? Ooh, just casually sidestep. We are running out of ammo. I was hoping we'd find some ammo. I just nabbed that? I don't think I did. I tried to. But I think I failed. We have taken most of the ammo already. And of course, we're relying on our teammates to provide the damage, and since we're out of those metashells, means that if we run out of ammo, and we run out of metashells, then we don't have great ways to deal damage to this guy anymore. There's the slam. Actually didn't take anyone out.
Concussive shot ready.
How much more HP does it have? Too much is the answer. Too much. There's another slam. It's back up. Okay, I'm not loving this positioning here. So one other thing to bear in mind is that it doesn't, so it will absolutely slam when it gets close to somebody and can melee them. And when it does so, it'll get its barriers back. However, Garrus, as I was just going to say, that means it'll get its shields back. Normally, it would only do that if, let's have them hide over here. Normally, it would only do that after reaching a certain amount of, armor damage. However, I think what's happening here is this fight is going much longer than it has to go because it keeps on getting close enough to our friends to melee them, and getting its shield back in the process, and basically just keeps on recharging shields, and we're not making any progress on its armor. There's its armor.
Appreciate your patience. Please continue to hold.
And there it goes.